Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight I'm going to be continuing some more Riptide gameplay. I've had a lot of fun the last couple of nights, and I feel like I've picked up some pretty cool things with some help from everybody watching at home, the community. It's been a good time, and I've been enjoying learning the hero. I'm curious to know what kind of place it really has in the metagame, because Riptide, it feels like it kind of... Riptide kind of feels like it, preys on like aggro decks and to some extent, but especially 5, but it feels like it really struggles into like the illusionist class. So like everybody loves illusionist. I really wonder like how popular it's really going to be ever, like just based off of the fact that like illusionist is probably always going to be in the game. I'm really curious to know what the Azalea matchup is like over like the course of 20 games into the matchup, because I've played 2 games so far, and I've lost 1 game, and I've won 1 game, and the game that I won was like pretty one-sided, and the game that I lost was really close. So I really don't know how I feel about it. But I'm curious to like dig more into the deck and kind of feel more about it. We're going to start out the stream by looking at some more spoilers. I'm pretty excited about spoiler season. I think there's some really cool cards that are spoiled, and is looking for a pretty fun limited format. Hey Chris, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Most obvious aspects of the card. I mean, I do feel like we all do that. Like, now that we're sitting here talking about it, I feel like that's something we all do. We all like point out like things that we like about the card, and most people see the same things pretty quickly. So I imagine a lot of people do that. And Master Set Madness, I actually saw one of their videos pretty recently pop up. I think it was a few days ago. It was about Marvel Heroes or something like that, I think. So I was like, I like their videos. They do good stuff. I like their stuff. It's pretty cool. What's up, Trent? How are you, brother? All right, so let's talk about some of the spoilers. I'm going to go ahead and start with some of everything that I've missed today. I've seen some of them just from like watching a couple streams today, and I worked from home today, so I had a chance to like really like see some of it and just kind of see what people are talking about. This whole cycle of equipment, the 1 block here that like also makes tokens. I'm going to be honest, like, you can make tokens with this, and, like, if you're winning the game, I can see it really helping, but, like, I feel like this says block for 1. Oh, God. Excuse me. Shoo. But, yeah, like, I just feel like these say block for 1 most of the time. Like, I feel like that's, like, all these equipment, like, I feel like 90% of the time are just going to block for 1. So I feel like you'll just end up taking whatever you can in draft to use as blocking equipment, probably more than likely. Dude, I had a really good time talking to you, Chris. I was like, dude, Cincinnati was a lot of fun, man. And it was really nice to meet you and get to talk to you and hang out, man. I was like, I'm looking forward to meeting Robert one day, hopefully soon. I don't know if you guys are coming to Hartford or not. I don't know if that's like how long of a drive that is for you guys. I imagine it's probably quite a haul, but yeah, man, it was great to meet you in Cincinnati for sure. Oh, dude, I'm sorry you ended up in a ditch, troll. That sucks, dude. Are you okay? Like, I hope like you and your car and everything's okay, man. I was like, the weather is really bad here, dude. I'm very fortunate that I have a job that lets me work from home when I need to. So I'm very thankful that I did not have to go into the office today. So yeah, I hope you're okay. I live in ditches. Well, I'm glad you made it out, and I'm glad you weren't injured, man. I was like, I hear my car ended up in a ditch, and I'm like, man, that could be like kind of funny. That could be like, like, oh, ha ha ha, I slid off the road a little bit. Or it's like, yeah, like I flipped my car and I'm in a ditch. I feel like those are the two things. So Hartford is so far of a hike. Oh, yeah, I get that. I completely get that. I was like, I will not be going to LA, so I decided to go to Hartford. So I think it's going to be Hartford. I'll be at the Battle Hardened in Atlanta, and then I'll be at Nats, or probably like the big events I'll be at this year, other than RTN season and ProQuest season. So, well, cool, man. I was like, I'm sure you guys will be at Nats. So I was like, we'll definitely get to hang out at Nats, since I won't be in LA, unfortunately. Oh God, excuse me. Jay, did you get a lot of bad weather where you're at too? Weather's crazy here too. County flood last night. Really hoping no. Oh, dude, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Trent. Dude, I hope that's not the case. I hope you have no permanent damage. That would be the worst, dude. Stuff like that is like, dude, that kind of like, you like real damage to your car, like your house or something like that. Like, you hate to hear that, like from the elements and stuff like that. Like, that's like worst case scenario. Oh, Michigan, cool. I was like, dude, you guys live in the snow. Like, I mean, snow's like not an irregular occurrence for you guys. So before we go on about more spoilers, since Jay's from Michigan, this will be he'll probably get a kick out of this. So I have family who used to live about an hour outside of Chicago, in Illinois. I think north, maybe, I don't know. It's the town was called Oswego, or it was right next to Aurora or something like that. I'm not super familiar with the area, but I remember we went up there for Thanksgiving one time, and I had got out of school before them, and so we went up a day before they got out of school. And I remember we woke up in Chicago, and I went outside, and there was like all this snow, like there was crazy amounts of snow, and like, you know, in Tennessee, like we get snow sometimes, but it's not like ridiculous amounts. And so I remember actually like waking up and like being like, oh man, like we get to hang out all day, like they got to be out of school. Nah, everybody went to work, everybody went to school. That was like my first like real world experience with people who know what living in snow is like, because the world did not stop, and I swear they had 6 inches a foot of snow. It was more snow than I think I'd ever seen at one time in my life, and the world did not stop at all. It was absolutely crazy. Remember, that was my first like real big experience with that. Hey, Caleb, what's up, dude? I don't think I've got to the new instant yet. I feel like I remember somebody sent a picture of it, or I think I saw a glimpse of it earlier. I think it's going right into Prism, so I'm curious to see what it'll be. But I feel like you try to put everything into Prism, Caleb. Oh, you have heard of it? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, gotcha. Okay, do you work in Chicago, Jay? Like, did you have to like drive back or something? Phrasing? Are we still doing phrasing? That was like one of my favorite things from Archer. I love that so much. Nasty surprise. Oh, I saw this card earlier. They were talking about this in somebody's stream earlier today. Like how, or no, I think we were talking about this in the Discord earlier. Oh, I think we were talking about this in the Discord earlier about how like if this gets discarded off Pummel, like this like hits and like you get all the triggered effects. So, I mean, I think it's an M that you'll play in Limited, but I don't really see you playing it any other time. If I'm being honest, like, this card kind of seems like meh, like fine, like, I don't know. Like, it seems fine. Like, it triggers Shuko. It's the first thing I noticed about it. So, Raw Meat. What a name. Oh, okay, I see. So, this is the other this is the brute version of what we saw yesterday from one of the, this is the brute version where like it's conditionally like pretty good, but like other than that it's like mediocre. Like again, I don't like, you might take this at the off chance that you get to block with it, but I don't know that, like, I would never take this card high in a draft or anything like that. So oh, gotcha. Oh, okay, yeah, so you were there because of work. Okay, how far is the drive for you to Chicago? I'm curious, Jay. Like from Michigan, because like I'm just like I know that like depending on where you are, like it can be not that bad of a drive. Dude, Chris, I watched so much Archer when I was like in high school and college, dude. I loved Archer, man. I haven't watched it in a really long time, but dude, I watched like, I think there was like 4 or 5 seasons out at that time, man, and I watched so much Archer. Dude, like, I loved Archer growing up. I used to, my siblings liked to watch it with me, but they were old enough, so my dad used to get upset at me for letting them watch it. Yeah, I did notice that, like, it seems like a lot of the classes are getting these style equipment, which is cool. Like, it's fun that, like, they're making like a, like, I don't know, like a cycle of them. So it's kind of neat to see stuff like that. But, I mean, it seems, I don't know, like, this kind of equipment seems, like, okay to me. Golden Glare? Was hoping it'd get bigger. That's what she said. When this defends to create a gold token. Okay, so this gets, so you can like block with 2, like you can block 8 basically and make a gold token. That doesn't seem bad. It's interesting that it's Victor only. Like probably, I mean, I haven't really seen a way for Betsy to abuse gold, so I'm curious to know why that is like that. Me and my dad used to watch a lot of it. Dude, that's awesome. That's really great that you have that moment, man. Oh, that's not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like 4 or 5 hour trip is like nothing to like scoff at, Jay. Like I completely understand that, but like that's not too bad. I mean, I hope you don't have to make that drive for work all the time, but you know, if it's like a trip or something every now and again, that's not bad. Her helmet lets her abuse gold. Betsy's. Is there a new helmet that I missed that lets her abuse gold? Was it from yesterday or today, Troll? Is that yesterday or today's? Oh, I saw this card. I actually really like this card. So it's a 3 for 6, which is below rate. But like any of the pumps make it like you can make it like 9 power pretty easily, I feel like, and have it give overpower without paying for Betsy's ability. Also, like I feel like this card works really well inside of like Victor, just because of like it's a way to get overpower by itself, which is kind of cool. I'm sorry, is this card named Pound Town? Okay. Okay. I like that it's a 3 for 7. When this attacks, if you've beaten Chester's turn, create a Might token. So you can literally like play this in Rhinar and you can come in for 7. Like you could block 6, come in for 7, intimidate, and make a Might token. That's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. It's come out today. Okay, so like we'll see what it's called. Yeah, Trent, I thought you might Oh, I guess you can't block 6. I see what Troll's saying now. I see what Troll's saying now. That like you have to discard a card, so technically like you'd have to block 3 and then you intimidate and come in for 7 and you still get the Might token. I mean, this seems like a good on again off again card. Like if you like Arsenal this, then you could block for 6 and then like play the card. Seems like you're basically like it's 1 point worse than Alpha Rampage and you get to intimidate 1 less time. I mean, at common, it seems fine, I guess, like at common, so. Oh, listen at Trent out here. Oh my god. Oh, they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. Oh, it's not bad if you only have to go once a quarter, Jay. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I'm curious to see when we get to Betsy's helmet here that Troll's talking about so that we can see this. Target warrior attack gets +3 if it's defended by an action. Oh, that's kind of cool. You get a go again token, basically, right? Because that's what agility is like it's a quicken token, basically. It only blocks for 2, though. I like that they're giving all these classes that historically have 3 blocks, 2 blocks. Like, Dash got them in the last set, like, got like some 2 blocks. And then, like, you have a lot of 2 blocks in this set as well. Like, I think that's like pretty well designed in my opinion. Oh, that's the Runaways. That's cool. Or is this the Runaways? No, the last one was Assault and Battery. Oh, okay. So this is the agility token version of the same thing. That's not bad. Agility is the quicken, right? I assume agility is the quicken token. I can't remember exactly, but I assume agility is the quicken one. It makes sense. I know that might is the +1, and there's one that's resource, but yeah, it is. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so I have to admit, I saw this card earlier today. This card is awesome. I'm a really big fan of this card. Until the end of your next turn, your warrior attacks get... When this is defended by 1 or more attack action cards, destroy a card in the defending hero's arsenal. This card is really good. Now, it's interesting because against like Fi and like other decks that like play like so many like attacks, like they're incentivized not to block anyway because they want to race you. But like, man, this like makes the Rhinar matchup really hard, I feel like, because I feel like Troll was talking about this in the Discord earlier that like to like beat up on like Kasai and like things like that, you have to block a lot. And so a card like this like really moves you away from like you don't want to block. I mean, that or you have to make sure you don't have an arsenal. So I don't know, which is weird because the game is like intuitively you are technically playing in a better way if you arsenal consistently. So it's super interesting. Oh, the Ranger match too. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. That'll be really good into Ranger too, Caleb. Yeah, that card does seem very strong, honestly. Let's see. Another 2 block. Okay, so they're making like a cycle of these that block for 2 and they give you the tokens. Or I guess the cycle, they're only giving them 2, I guess. Like they only get 2 of the 3. Like Warrior gets the Vigor and the Agility token. And Brute gets Might and Agility, and then Guardian gets the might and whatever the resource one is. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Maybe it's Vigor. Maybe that's what it's called. I can't remember. Oh, I also saw this card earlier today. I thought this card was kind of cool, honestly. I like that, like, it's pretty hard to pull off, it seems like. It says when this attacks, if you have less life and control fewer equipment and tokens than them, this gets +3 in overpower. And when it hits, you get to make all of these. I mean, it's a 3 for 5. Like, I see this card as a 3 block, like, in limited, honestly, that, like, has the potential to, like, get better. So, I don't know. Like, having less life, equipment, and tokens doesn't really seem that complicated to do in limited, honestly, but... War equals vigor plus agility. Guard equals vigor plus might. Oh, warrior. Vigor and agility. Guardian is vigor and might. And brute is agility and might. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. So that's what I thought. I think I might have... Is that not what I said? I might have said it wrong. That's what I thought I said, but it's very possible that I said that wrong. But anyway, this card, like, looks okay. Like, I liked it as generic, but, like, it's like, I like the video that they did, like, revealing this card. I guess was a pretty cool, like, video they did. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Oh, God. Warrior attack reaction. Target warrior attack with greater power than space get go again. The next time an opposing hero is dealt damage this turn, creating an agility token. That's kind of cool. Again, I mean, blocks for 3 at yellow, like, if it had been blue, it would have been, like, absolutely bonkers. But, like, at yellow, that's pretty good. All right, I saw this card, and I'm a pretty big fan. I like that we're getting more of these Guardian Aura cards that, like, allow us to, like, play our +5, like, give us the +5 and, like, wager. I think this will fit really well into the Betsy deck. And, like, I think I'm going to have to cut some reds and probably go up some blues. We're on 36 right now. So I think I'm going to have to go up. I don't know. I really like this, like, this card. Like, I like this card a lot. Like, the whole aura package seems really cool. It's very, like, high rolling in a lot of ways, but it's kind of cool. Seduce Secrets is a 0-cost instant. Look at target hero's hand and the top card of their deck. It was played from Arsenal, draw a card. Ooh, is this what you were talking about, Caleb? Is this the instant you were talking about? Because I could actually see this going into, like, Prism, if this is the one you were talking about. Target hero's hand, the top card of their deck. If it was played from Arsenal, draw a card. Huh. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, it gives you the ability to, like, have known information and, like, literally replaces itself. Like, this card is, like, literally just Gataxian Probe. Like, this card is just Gataxian Probe, like, is all it is, which is, like, kind of cool. Because Gataxian Probe is, like, a very good card. All right, what's this one? Pay up. Pay 3, 6, any card hero. Oh, interesting. Hero gain control of a gold token they control if you don't deal damage to them. Ooh, that's interesting. That's a cool Majestic at a 3 for 6. And generic. That's kind of cool. I like that. Oh, here we go. A 5 for 9 that blocks 3. If you've controlled a vigor token this turn, this costs 1 less to play. So if you had a vigor token, I guess you get to, like, this you have a resource and it costs 1 less to play. So vigor kind of works as a surge for this card. And if you had a might, so if you literally just won on bet big last turn on the wager, this is going to be for 10. Like, this is literally just going to be for 10 and it's going to cost 4. That's really cool. A 4 for 10 would be insane. Like, and with the vigor, you could literally just pitch a blue. It's actually insane. It's, like, kind of crazy. Your next warrior attack this turn gets +3, and it replaces itself. So you're pitching a blue, and this card cantrips to be able to, like, give something +3. That's really neat. That's really neat. Yeah, you're talking about the Prime to fight? Yeah, I mean, like, with the, if you have everything, it literally just turns into a 3 for 10 because you just get to pitch a blue and play it, which is so strong. Like, that's insanely strong. It doesn't really have any text, but... Alright, here we go. With this defense, clash with the attacking hero, the winner creates an agility token. Oh, so it's clashing. It's not a... It's not a wager, it's a clash, which is really interesting. Oh, yeah, because it turns on Kasai's ability to let the thing swing for free. Actually, yeah. That makes sense. Clash of Agility, and then I assume there's a Clash of Might. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of cool. Like, gives you more options, like clashing as opposed to wagering. That's pretty interesting. Prime to Fight seems fun. Is that the card we were just looking at? Yeah, this card does seem really cool. I have to admit, I really like the way this card like looks, Robert, up front. It looks really cool. Yeah, no worries, man. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out, Caleb. I hope you enjoyed the celebrational stream, man. It looks kind of cool. I'm not really a big fan of Blitz, but I do think it looks cool. Attack reaction, pay 1, destroy this target weapon attack you control, wagers a gold token with the defending hero. Oh, wow. That's really cool. So, like, you get to, like, use a reaction. You get to block 2, and then as a reaction, you get to wager a gold with Olympia. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. What's this? Tenacity. When this attacks, it gets plus X, where X is the number of defending cards in the combat chain. Huh, interesting. A yellow 0 for 2. That'll be like if you open one of those, that's a really good card to like have as like a late game finisher in like Kasai, or like to have in like Olympia. I feel like it works in Kasai because like she can use it off of her ability. That's pretty cool. Like she can like block with this and then use it off of her ability. This must be what. I cannot read that at all. Where's the link to this card? Okay. Okay, we're gonna look at it through Flake's page because I can't see that card at all when I was looking at it. The specialization headpieces do look really cool, Robert. All right, Betsy specialization. This is 2 temper and destroy a gold token you control. Your next attack this turn gets when this attacks a hero, wager a might and vigor token with them, go again. Oh, wow. That's actually insane. That's actually really clean. That is like really clean, actually. That's really cool. That looks really good. Being able to wager like that. Helm stays around. What do you mean, Troll? When you say Helm stays around? Are you talking about like the Helm, the Oh. This is destroy a gold you control. You don't have to destroy this, is what Troll's saying. Oh my god. That's insane. That is so broken. You can just like, oh my god. That's actually insane, dude. That's actually crazy. Yeah, that's wild that you can like literally like, man, imagine if this was an Olympia helmet. That would be crazy. That's really cool. I like that card a lot. Now we're gonna have to try and find ways to make gold. Like, we're gonna have to play the like money where your mouth is card and stuff like that so that we can wager gold more often to get gold to use that, which is crazy. Ooh, a Guardian block. When this defends, clash with the attacking hero, put the revealed cards at the bottom of their owner's deck, then clash again. Huh. If a hero wins both clashes, they create a gold might and vigor token. Oh, wow. So that gives... That's really cool. This, like, I feel like this would be a good card in Betsy, honestly. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that with her hero ability is actually insane. Like, it's insanely powerful, dude. This card looks kind of cool. I know you're talking about the headpiece for Troll, but, like, this card also looks pretty good. Like, man, you open one of these in Limited playing against, like, Kasai or something, dude, and you're in a really good spot. All right, is that all of them? Is that everything we have? That looks like everything we've got so far. All right. We'll check in later and see what the rest of them look like, but that's cool. Yeah, the new set's looking really cool. I continue to really like the new set more and more every time I look at it. Like, continues to look like fun, which is funny because I see so many people like just taking a crap on it. Oh, let's go. Ben with the hydrate. All right. Let's go ahead and hop into some Riptide gameplay, and if there's more spoilers later, we'll look at it as they start to pop up. But man, dude, the helmet is so broken. The helmet is so broken. Like, you can literally just wager every time you have a gold. Like, that is so good. I guess we want to go second. Like, I really don't know. Hello. Have fun. I haven't played against one of these since we played against Brian Gottlieb last night. And then my opponent left. Cool. All right. Well. Yeah, I have to say you did call that like pretty like before, like pretty early on in the stream before we even got to it. That card is going to be insane. I'm actually like really looking forward to trying to put together a Betsy deck now. Like, maybe she's not just crappy or Bravo now. Maybe there's like actually enough play to make things happen now. I don't know. We pretty much always want to go first against Vincent, I'm pretty sure. You just play the 68 card special like he has been set up in here too. No respites, no rainy boys, and no remembrance. All right, let's try it. Carly reminding me she's the best and plugging everything along the way. I kind of just want to pass, if I'm being honest. Like, I like the idea of having, like, all of this to do next turn, plus whatever we draw. I mean, yeah, we're just going to be taking whatever they do this turn. Although it's probably just going to be a setup turn if I had to guess. Yeah. So they go to 39. We get to play Lace with Frailty. Bolt and Shot for 7. We get to play a Ravenous Rabble, reload the Falcon Wing, shoot the Falcon Wing, play Codex of Frailty, go get the Bolt and Shot and attack again. So this is literally a 3-arrow, 4-attack action hand, which is like kind of crazy to think about, honestly. Yeah, reduce to Rune Chant makes a lot of sense. Play this, reload the Falcon Wing. Hey, there's a red on top. We're starting out the night in a good way. You love to see it. You love to see it. If we had like a 1-coster, we could like trench this away to Codex or something. And since they've given up something already, they blocked with a Widespread Ruin, which means we're going to be able to Codex them and force them to get something back, which is really good because Codex breaks the chain when you play it. I mean, we could just break the chain if we wanted to, but like we can do it this way too. Like Codex does it for us automatically. We don't have to break the chain this way, but we could if we wanted to. I'm hoping this really puts a wrinkle in their game plan here. I guess let's go get Bolt and Shot. We know it's going to be for 4. Kind of wish we had a value play there. Hey, Anoth, how are you, buddy? You doing all right tonight? Oh man, I love all the commands that I made for people. Like I'm not gonna lie, Trent, I really sat around and like laughed at myself making those things because I thought they were really funny. Is he gonna put something on the bottom? Okay, so he puts that on the bottom. Okay, and then passes to us. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty fine card to have in Arsenal. Like, I mean, so block with Infecting Shot and Inertia Trap, discard the Bolt and Shot, throw the Drill Shot, and then Arsenal the Death Touch here. And we'll just take the Rune Chance. We're probably not going to be blocking Rune Chance this game if I had to guess. Like, This feels like this might be a hard matchup. Feels like this might be a hard matchup. I genuinely don't know though. I could be completely wrong about that. Let's discard the Bolton shot here. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's banish. So I guess that does change things a little bit technically. Yeah, Carly was there to listen to me laugh at myself making the commands. I was like telling her about them as I was making them. Oh. Hey man, well dude, sorry you're not able to fall asleep. I know that can be frustrating at times, but I do appreciate you being here and hanging out while I was like while you can't sleep. So even if you're just hanging out in the shadows lurking, man, I appreciate you being here. Means a lot. Let's see. So we can arsenal the Death Touch. They don't really pump their power, I guess. Like the Inertia Trap and Boulder Trap probably aren't going to get value. We might be able to get some go again value every now and again, but wonder what my opponent wants to chat about. They asked if they could go back. They missed an instant trigger. I don't know what they're talking about, so... Oh... I see. I see what they want to do. We're going to put it on the Grasp, because it's pretty much a free block for them. If we had something that had 2 on it, I'd consider taking that away, but I think this is better this way. So now we're going to take 4, and they're going to throw the Deathly Well at us for 5. So... Oh, and the Puppetry. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I wonder why... the Shadow Puppetry. I mean, we can't prevent this, so what? They get to equal... Oh, they probably just wanted the Rune Chance. They'll probably throw the Flail at me, though, if I had to guess. So, we're at 30. This is going to be for 6. I can... So, I can... play Sink Below... I can play Bolton Shot, or I can block with Bolton Shot and Boulder Trap. Pitch the Sink Below for the Death Touch. And then Arsenal the Seek and Destroy here. I don't really want to let them banish another card if I don't have to here. Are you talking about, oh yeah, so that they can have the ability to... I mean, I guess we do get value off the Boulder Trap here, which is kind of cool. I do like that. That's pretty neat, actually. I did not think we were going to get any value off of it. Now, the real question here is, if they throw the Flail, do I want to give the Sink Below here and then pitch the Seek and Destroy to come in with Death Touch? I really don't know what the correct answer is here, but I think we're gonna deny any setup they can do. I want them to have to pay. I mean, I guess we'll just put this on the bottom, like see what we draw. I was like, I don't know, but I think that like denying them anything we can here is better for us, because they would have 3 Rune Chance going into this turn. And like maybe they have another widespread annihilation, the blue one, where they have to have everything to come in at us, but I don't know. Like them having 2 rune chance is pretty good setup already. They're just gonna block 7. I assume banish a card, make the rune chance, and then take their turn here. I mean, I can prevent the arcane barrier. Like, I can prevent the damage here. I might as well. And then, like, the Deathly Well gets, like, pretty much no value here. I can block 6, and then I can arsenal the Bolt and Shot for next turn. So we're, like, taking them off of their setup turn here, which I actually think is pretty good to do into Vinset. I enjoy doing this against them because, like, it forces their hand, and they're forced to make other decisions. So we can go pre-med, Bolt and Shot, play Ravenous Rabble, reload the Drill Shot, and come in for... This will be for 7, this will be hopefully for 4, and this will be for 4. I could reload the Remorseless and then pitch the Drill Shot, because it's technically a breakpoint card. God, I really hope they have no way to get to 3 rune chance here. Like, I don't know. I think blocking was the correct way to go about that. Oh, that's as good as it can get for us. That is as good as it can get for us. We will happily go to 29 and give them another rune chant. Like, I know that, like, I don't want to give them a rune chant here, but, like, we have a good hand. Like, we have a really solid hand here. Play Premeditate. Bolt and Shot for 7. They honestly probably don't care about the Ponder too much because they have the widespread annihilation. But joke's on them. We have Crown of Providence and Trench that we haven't used. I love kind of having like double protection here. Like, Trench is like a lot better than it gets credit for, in my opinion. Trench of the Sunken Treasure is a really good card. Why that card was ever $8 to be picked up like that, I have no idea. But or not $8. It was like $12. I think I picked mine up in Nats this past year for like $12. Like, it was really insane. Somebody was like walking around selling them for 15, and I was gonna buy one for 15, and I'll never forget. I was like, dude, I got $12. I got $12 in cash, and he was like, done. I was like, okay. Like, thanks, man. What just happened? Oh, they blocked 8. We're gonna reload the Remorseless here. Come on. Oh, for 3. So it's a trap on top. Okay. And then we're going to throw the Remorseless for 5. Hopefully, like, we can push through some extra damage here. They need to keep their last card if they want to banish to be able to get their 3rd rune chant here. So we're kind of like forcing their hand a little bit. We're not like making it super awkward for them or anything, but we are trying to force their hand a little bit here. They go on to 20. No? All right. So they're going to go to 24. Oh, so they're trying to like, they're trying to set up for a big turn here. I see. Unfortunately, we can't really punish them here, but we can set up the Inertia Trap in our arsenal. So we get to activate Dreadbore and load in the Infecting Shot for 6. It's unfortunate for me because they pretty much just get to block this. Like, we'll come in for 6 here. Like, now they don't know that this isn't Bullseye Bracers into something else. Like, if they block with 2 cards, Codex could, like, mess up their whole day here. So they do have to think a little bit about what they want to do, but I don't know. The Inertia Trap with that Putrid Strings over there is looking pretty good. Like, my turn is honestly pretty weak, but my opponent has no way of knowing that unless they're, like, stream sniping me. And, like, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever run into somebody stream sniping Flesh and Blood. Like, I just don't think I've ever run into anybody doing that. I don't really think that Flesh and Blood's of a game of that size. And I think most people would rather play better games anyway, so... Let's just pitch the boulder trap and just activate Remorseless, Infecting Shot, and Bolton Shot. We'll shuffle back in our 3 arrows. We'll arsenal our Inertia Trap and try to set up for the next turn here. So pitch play Seek and Destroy, load Infecting Shot. Pitch E-Strike to play Infecting Shot for 8. Snap Bullseye Bracers. Or snap Codex to go get the Searing Shot. It's not a bad turn, honestly. It's really not a bad turn here. We are losing our snap, but alternatively, I could... Ooh, we might want to block here. I mean, this is going to be for what? 11? On hit, make 3 more rune chance. Which will allow them to throw their Phantom Wraith. Three, 6, 8, 11. So I can literally block 11, play Codex, and go get a Searing Shot. I could block 8 with the Crown of Providence here and keep the Seek and Destroy. I mean, that's not bad, honestly. Imagine stream sniping a free-to-play of Flesh and Blood. Honestly, though. Honestly, I know that would be crazy. Let our opponent know that we're thinking here. I don't like. Is the Seek and Destroy worth giving up Crown of Providence? Considering we have Trench, it probably is. So we get to block 3, 6, 8, and then this, and then their turn ends because we blocked efficiently and played smart. Plus, like, we get to deal a damage to them off of the Inertia Trap, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to crown anything here. Hey, Max, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? You doing all right, man? We are rip-tiding it up tonight, man. The Inertia token doesn't really matter, but it's worth a point of damage, which matters to me. And so I guess blocking there is actually worth... It's actually a really big swing for me because they have to take the... they can't throw the Phantom Wraith at me either there, which is really good. I mean, I guess I could play like a 1-coster here if I wanted to, but... I could play the Codex, load in the Seek and Destroy, trench it away, and then like gain the resource so that I could play... I could play like a Death Touch here or something if I wanted to. But I actually really like throwing Searing Shot for 7. Especially after we take a card out of their hand already with the Codex, so... What did they get? They chose Widespread Ruin. Banishes the top card of their deck. Okay, cool. I mean, and honestly, we've done a really good job at this point in time of protecting our snaps and protecting our Bullseye Bracers. I think I'm just playing a little bit smarter today. Playing a little bit cleaner here, so... I was like, hopefully we find something good to Arsenal. You gotta be kidding me. This is the second time this has happened to me. This happened to me last night, and it happened to me today. I can literally do nothing. Like, I can literally do nothing. I can... Man, that is so sad. Because I literally can do nothing, and we're just going to pass. I'm just going to pass and Arsenal the Tar Pit Trap, I guess. No, let's Arsenal the Frailty Trap, I guess. Man, that is the second time it's happened to me. That happened to me yesterday when we streamed 2, where I had a pump and Arsenal, and then I drew a pump and three traps. Like, the whole no arrow hand is like, that is a real feels bad in my opinion. And then they're going to come in with the widespread ruin, I assume, here. I mean, yeah, they don't have any. Oh, they're just going to play the Phantom Wraith from their Banish Zone. I guess that makes more sense because they get more value off of not having to take Blood Debt here. But, I mean, I guess I'm just going to hang on to the tar. I'm going to take 3 and hang on to the Tar Pit Trap. Like, I think that's a perfectly fine play here. My opponent goes to 12, and then I get to play Rabble. Hopefully no blue on top. We'll reload the Drill Shot here off of Riptide's ability. Come on. All right, so we went red, yellow, yellow. It is weird. We're hitting a lot of yellows. Like, that's happened to me last night. I wonder how many yellows are there in the deck. Now, I want to know. Let's see, stats. Yellows. There are 6 yellows and 6 blues. Oh, man, I can't help but laugh. I just, like, it never, like, Talishar and Ravenous Rabble did not get along for my sake. I'm gonna send Joe Trick, I think that's how you say his name. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm gonna send him a message and be like, hey, bro, like, what's the deal? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? Dude, we be yabbling left and right in this deck, I swear. I mean, I guess it's better than babbling all the time like we were with Fi, so I guess it's a step in the right direction. So I do have to tell you guys, I did play against an Azalea one round when I was in Cincinnati, and it was the last round of the PTI event. We were just playing for tickets at this point, and he played 3 Rabbles over the course of the game, and 2 of them were blue on 2 different turns. Like, he played two different attack Ravenous Rabbles against me, and like Azalea plays like, I think it's like 6 or 8 blues or something crazy. Like, it's not even a lot. Like, it was hilarious. Like, I mean, it sucked, and I hated that for him because it was probably the difference in him winning and losing the game. Our game was so close, but like, I just told him I just couldn't help but like laugh a little bit. It's like, because it happens to me all the time when I play Talishar, I feel like. Yeah, your Tunic gets another counter. What do you think about that, big fella? Arsenal, the Tar Pit Trap. Okay, so he banishes a Revel and Runeblood. That's pretty good. Oh, we have nothing to do again. Wow, this is crazy. I'm going to be honest, I've never actually had the delight of hitting a Gorg Tome on top, but everybody tells me it's an amazing feeling. I mean, yeah, like, this sucks. We're, like, literally just going to block out here because our hand actually does nothing else. So this technically has greater base, so I'm gonna play the Tar Pit Trap, which does nothing, and then I'm gonna play the Buzzsaw Trap, and I guess we'll load this in, and then we technically get to deal damage to him and put him to 7. Then he's gonna go to 5 off the Pox, or I guess 4 because he hit the Widespread Ruin too. But we literally can do nothing or play nothing, so we're just gonna pass. This is the second hand that we've had set up this way. It's kind of depressing to like see hands like this, dude. Like, Trent. So it's funny that like the whole, like, other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln? The first time I ever heard somebody say that was my uncle growing up. My uncle used to say that when I was a kid, and I used to think it was so funny. Like it was. I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world when I was a kid. I mean, if I can get out of this turn with I mean, this is what, 13 points. If I can get out of this turn with just blocking with a Sink Below and like not dying pretty much, then I will. I mean, we're definitely not doing this because, and this is for 12. So block 4, take 8, go to 8, and then I have 13 off the intoxicating shot. I mean, not bad. That's so rough. You don't like this hand? Oh, what would you sink here, Chris? I'm curious to know why you don't like this hand before I sink anything here. I'm curious to know what you don't like about this, because, like, I mean, this hand is really good. Like, I can just play my cards and then reload this off of Riptide's ability and come in for 13. So I don't think I want to bottom anything here. Oh, you read the last card wrong? Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, we do lose the infecting shot off the top. Like, so... Ignore me, normal Chris stuff. We all do it, brother. We all do it, man. That's true. We could activate bullseyes here. Is there a difference between activating bullseyes and not? Like, so they have no equipment block left. They have they have one rune chant coming regardless. So if this, so let's see, 13 could be the difference between 1 D-React. If they have 1 D-React, 3, 6, 9, 13. So Bullseye Bracers actually could make all the difference here. Because if this hits at all, they're dead. Okay, so it didn't matter, but we did technically make a better play here. So good call. Good call, Robert, on that decision making right there, because that definitely just won us the game right there. Very nice. Very nice. GG opponent, well played. It's a good start to the night for us. Drawing into the... We had 2 hands that had no arrows, and we still managed to win that game, which was really weird there. You have... Oh, that's right. They couldn't D-react. So, Christian's right. So, based off of that, is it actually better to just throw the arrow for 13? Because if they take even 1 point of damage there, they're just dead. So if they block 12, they take 1, go to 3, and then die. So maybe we should have saved our Bullseye Bracers there. I mean, we ended up winning the game, but I like to talk about this stuff to like see what might technically be the better play. Because Christian's right, Dreadbore does prevent my opponent from just having the D-React and bailing them out in that spot. In fact, if they have the D-React, we almost assuredly just win the game on the spot because it's just a card they can't block with, so... Yeah, no, that's true. It does mean I can't block with Trench. Yeah, so I think Christian's right. I do think we spent a point. We spent our Bullseye Bracers a little bit earlier than we needed to there. So good catch, Christian. I appreciate you guys pointing that out. Yeah, the double Blood Rot kills them either way there, Billy. That was really good. Double Blood Rot was insane. Hey, Dak, what's up, dude? Thank you for the alert, man. I appreciate you being here, man. Hope your day's going all right. All right, so let's see. We got Riptide on Talishar. We played against Vin Set. We went first. We got the win. 1 through 2 hands with no arrows, with no attacking options. Felt good for us. All right, that's going to be my notes on that game because I don't really have... And it's my first game playing that, so I don't really have a ton of... like experience in that matchup, but it felt good right there, so... Yeah, having the ability to block with Trench and be able to keep my Bracers as Arcane Barrier would have been better for us there. So it's a good note to keep track of there. 1-0, a pretty good start for the night. Does anybody know I heard somebody say earlier when I heard somebody when they were streaming earlier, they made the comment that Riptide was really good into Warriors in general. Does anybody know if that's true? Like, and I asked that very honestly because I don't know. It's not that I don't believe the person that said that. I just like that opinion from somebody who maybe has played a lot more Riptide, if they know. Somebody did tell me that this is almost like a free matchup. I'm not going to take it for granted here, but that is what somebody told me, that this matchup was like pretty nearly free here. You can reduce bonus damage, punish go again, etc. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you probably have to be a little bit careful with your traps and when you go to use them, but that makes sense. Oh yeah, I mean, so playing in the reaction step well is important. That does make sense. I think let's block here, I think is the better play. I mean, I was like, I could have blocked with Lace with Frailty, and then they just don't have a way to give it go again because they're playing Bolters. I see that they're on the Roger Bodie special here. Yeah, being able to play in the reaction step as well as your warrior opponent is really cool. Like, I feel like that gives you a lot of like interesting gameplay and decisions. Joke's on me, little did I know we weren't going to get to keep any of our hand here. Okay. I mean, yeah, like, this is like, I don't really know why they played Lumina right there. I don't think they're supposed to play Lumina right there. Maybe somebody else can confirm that for me, because it seems like an interesting decision. Premeditate, load Infecting Shot, pitch Bolton Shot for Infecting Shot, Arsenal the Frailty Trap. I mean, it seems like a pretty good line to me. We could arguably Arsenal, like, keep the Bolton Shot in hand because it does other things for us. We could load the Bolton Shot and attack, and then if it hits to reload for 7, we could, like, load in the Infecting Shot. I don't know. Like, the Frailty Trap seems pretty good into my opponent here. Yeah, Robert, that didn't seem like a very, like... It didn't seem like a very good play. I'm going to assume that my opponent is like trying to learn Bolton this way. Maybe they were hoping that I had like 2/2 blocks and no attack actions somehow. I don't know. I try not to be too judgmental of people. It's, like, very, try not to be too judgy when it comes to people doing stuff, It's so block with the Drill Shot and the Codex of Frailty, or I'm sorry, the Frailty Trap. E-Strike, go again, put Death Touch on the bottom, and then Codex into a Searing Shot or another Drill Shot. Probably a Drill Shot, actually. I mean, I'm just gonna play the Frailty Trap here. Like, we take one, they take one. I kind of like that. I feel like that's a pretty good exchange for us here. I don't know, maybe like I feel like Riptide is like one of those decks that like really works well off like trading cards like back and forth with certain heroes. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Joe? How are you, buddy? You doing all right, man? I mean, he has charge this turn, so technically if I block with an attack, it's going to get buffed to 6. I could block with Drill Shot, take 3, and then keep my line of my same train of thought I've had to this point. I could block 6, play Codex, load in the Death Touch, activate Trench. Actually, I like blocking 6 here because we can play Codex, load in the Death Touch, activate Trench before Codex resolves, get Infecting Shot, or I'm probably going to get Remorseless, actually. Oh, Joe Mama. I am sure Joe had to hear that enough growing up. He does not need to hear it from us. Oh. Although I won't lie, it did make me smile a little bit, Trent. Also, denying them the card denies them the potential for like other shenanigans here. Like they could have like reacted to give go again and then raided me here if they wanted to. Load in Death Touch. Activate Trench. This is such a cool like thing that you can do in my opinion. Like this doesn't stop the D-react text, but like I do like the idea of like them having to take one for every single thing that they're trying to do this turn. Okay, Curly just dropped her phone. Thought maybe it was something else. I swear she like something always happens in the other room when I'm streaming. Like I swear, like Carly drops her phone, or like Taryn eats a cord, or like I just it never ends. Like there's always something going on in the other room. I feel like I'm like missing out on like the fun in here. Like I just. Oh, I know you can't help it. But my favorite is when you like it literally sounds like you drop an anvil in the other room and I'm like, "What was that?" And you're like, "It was just a cookie." Like that's like my favorite is like when it sounds like the entire house is going to come down on the other side over there. Blink. Joe said blink twice if you need help, bro. I'm dying. That's hilarious. Oh god, that's amazing. I'm being trapped IRL. Oh man. I mean, we can just sync the first one, right? And then let them have the second one. And then that makes our turn. And then that makes our turn Lace, Pre-Med, Bolton Shot, Arsenal to E-Strike. Because I think I want to block this. Okay. Well, is he going to go get another Illumina here? Feels like it might have been better to save that for a next turn. Yeah, no, I really do like my car, actually, with the lights on it lit up behind me here. Like, it actually looks like really cool, like in the back of the stream, I think. So I haven't got to tell anybody about this, or maybe I told you about this last night, I can't remember, but Carly bought lights for our Legos that we have. Like, we have, like, Legos, and, like, I'm a big Fast and Furious fan. I have been since I was a kid. And Carly bought me the Skyline from the second Fast and Furious, and we put it together. Bolt of Courage, interesting. Do I want to block that instead? I think we're just gonna sync this. And when she no, it's not bottom anything. I like my hand here. We'll keep this. And so she bought these lights to put on it that like make them like light up or whatever. Did he just not give this go again? I really have no idea what our opponent's doing right here. Really have no idea what our opponent's doing right here. But anyway, like she bought these lights for him, and like it looks really cool. Like I actually like really like it. I just got to make sure it stays charged so that when I'm streaming, that it's still like the lights are on in the background there. It's up there with my Funko. So speaking of traps, did you see the new spoiler for Mind Goblin? What is that? Is that an actual card? Is that like a thing that like? Is that like a real card we're talking about here? I mean, I guess if they let this hit, like our card that we're going to Arsenal, like kind of goes to waste. then our opponent concedes there. I think they just I think our opponent was pretty new to Bolton right there. I don't know. We're gonna we take the wins as they come. We're definitely gonna put like an asterisk on that one. Our opponent seemed like a nice person, but they definitely didn't know what was. Oh my God! No! No! God, no! Why, God? I did not just fall for that! Shit! Damn it, Trent! Oh, did you have to allow the message to post him? Oh my God. Jesus. Oh, I could not believe I just fell for that. And it's recorded. It's live everywhere. It'll be saved forever. Somebody clip that moment, please. Carly, please clip that. Please clip that for later. Jesus, I want to see that later. Oh man. Okay, what a way to what a way to get through the stream there. Oh. Huh? You being upset? No, like me asking Trent about it, and then like me saying that, like the whole moment. I mean, if you can, I'll go back and clip it later. It's fine. Yo, Sue, thank you. After I hit puberty there. I just got hit with D's nuts and then my voice cracks. My God, if you all need me, I'll be in the 4-lane rolling around until a car hits me. Jesus. Dude, Sue, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. I bet you're also a fan of Imagine Dragons. I will never forget the first time I got with that one, Sue. I will never forget the first time I got with that one, dude. My camera's messed up for me hitting my desk. Oh, man. That's absolutely amazing. I will never forget the first time somebody got me with that. It was a dad who was super reserved every time we played Magic. He brought his family of 5. It was him, his wife, and he had 3 kids, and they all came to play Magic. And they were super nice. They were a great family. I liked interacting with them. And all of a sudden, one night, we're all standing around, and he asked me if I liked Imagine Dragons. And this was like when that joke first came out, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, I like that." And then, like, literally, his wife slapped him, and he went, "Imagine me dragging these nuts across your face," or whatever it is. God, that was amazing. Oh man. Oh, it was hilarious in front of his kids. Dude. It was absolutely amazing. I love it. It was so funny. He is a legend, Sue. He is a legend. Yeah. So Trent, the first time Sue was ever in the chat, like hanging out talking, I was like, Sue Gandy's. I was like, man, that sounds like a D's nuts joke. And he was like, that's actually why I have the name set up like that. Oh, no. Sue Gandy's. Trust me, I know. I've read the whole name before, Trent. I have read the whole name before. And listen, Nathaniel, if you want to play me in a game of Blitz, like, that's probably fine. Is everybody okay with me deviating away from Riptide for like 5 minutes to play Nathaniel in a game of Blitz here? Because he wants to play Blitz, I guess. Okay, sorry, I missed one of Christian's messages earlier that was actually about the game because I got caught up on the Mind Goblin joke. Jesus. I like to have either not blocked with that hand or sunk the E-Strike. So you think it would have been better? So, okay, I see what you're saying. So that I could either play the E-Strike to, like, also push the premeditate effect, or I should have sunk the E-Strike and tried to look for a pump or something else. Yeah, I mean, that actually makes sense. That actually makes sense. That would have been a better play because the E-Strike would have given me another chance to have pushed the... That would have given me another chance to have, like, pushed the Ponder token if they did block. I think I got in my head about blocking there because I saw the Lumina. But I definitely like Christian's play better there. Christian's 2 for 2 and corrected me on plays, and I appreciate it. Like, it's helping me learn a lot of stuff. All right, Nathaniel, you want to play Blitz, you degenerate? Is that what we're doing? We're playing Blitz for some reason. I don't even like, is there, like, are we just actually playing Blitz, or, like, do you just, like, are we playing some kind of weird Blitz format? Oh, refresh. God, I love when he does this. He always has some stuff in here to throw out. God, I hate you. All right, man. I don't even know what I've got in Blitz put together here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, what's all right, here we go. I got one for you. Let's play. I guess I want to go second. I don't know. All right, this is the old Royal Fi deck here. For real talk, would you rather have unlimited? Oh my god, don't do this. Don't do this, Alexander. I refuse to do this question. Listen, I'm taking bacon and no video games every time. Every time. I have learned your all's ways. I know what you guys are up to. You all get nothing past me now. Do I want to bring in empowerments over like Hurl or Sensors or something? I don't think Nathaniel realizes that we have to enable chat again. Oh my god. Oh my god. The coward's answer? Get out of here. It's the smart answer. Oh, all right, here we go. Nathaniel said, would you rather? You guys can't see it in the chat. Oh, God. I swear, if he says the bacon and games thing, I'm going to kill him. Is it crazy for me to just take whatever he's going to do because I can keep my hand here? Like, I know it's a this round's on me, but, like, this is, like... I think I'm just going to take 3 here. Like, I have Cash In and Tom on turn 0. The only thing that can make him better is if we draw an Art of War. Okay. He's also playing, like, Royal KO? How interesting. What does this thing do? Rolled a 6 on a die this turn? Oh, he almost got me. Arsenal. Arsenal. Or are you going for, like... You're gonna, like, try and roll a 6 here. Alright. Here we go. What's with the Blitz practice? Nathaniel randomly asked if we wanted to play a game of Blitz, so I obliged because Joe said he was okay with that, and nobody opposed. So like we're playing one game of Blitz against Nathaniel, and then after that we will be going back to our regularly scheduled CC events here that we have. I'm pretty sure this is what I want to do. And then I get to go... Dude. Yeah, Trent, this is the kind of nonsense I like to see, man. We need to push a lot of damage here. I took 9 for absolutely no reason on turn 0. So we're going to see what we can do here. So am I supposed to keep the... I think I'm supposed to keep the Hurl here, actually. And we're going to get rid of the Whelming and the Ride the Tailwind here. He asked what's going on, and I said, I made a mistake. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, so Brand. It's only going to be for 2 because we didn't find the Art of War, unfortunately. But, like, I mean, we're not really going to get to push that much damage here. Like, we probably should have just blocked, played our hand for what it was, and then arsenaled a card so that we could like try to have something better. And then, I mean, yeah, let's pay the 1 for Hurl. We'll throw a Kodachi at Nathaniel, like, I guess. Nathaniel did also just open this rounds on me on turn 0, which is like kind of crazy. I mean, if we draw the other cash in, it's literally just a block 2 at this point in time. I think we're on both of them just because we want to see one as early as possible. Yeah, us taking 9 on turn 0 was not the play we wanted to make here. Maybe I just arsenal this for next turn. I mean, we're gonna come in for 4, snap, and then come in for 5. Nathaniel's probably just like going to hang on. Oh, I'm sure it's pretty funny. I'm sure everybody will get a laugh out of it when they see it. And then this will be for 5. I mean, we pushed 17 on our first turn of the game. Threw this round's on me. I just think it was cool because we got to have 7 cards in hand. I think that makes us the real winner here, even if we lose. Oh, it's going to be such a funny clip to watch later. All right, he goes to 9, keeps every card in his hand. And we're going to Arsenal Phoenix Flame here. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good, because it means we're going to be blocking. That's really not good for us. It's also the fact you got so mad you started slamming your hands on the table. I mean, it definitely made the clip better, for sure. It definitely made the clip better. I don't think Nathaniel thought he was going to roll a 6, so now he's just sitting over there going, what am I going to do? This round's on me on turn 0, followed by a 6 on the resource die. I'm not letting him put a card back on top of his deck. Like, he can get wrecked. What is this, a razor? Are you like about to razor me or something, dude? I'm gonna say no blocks here. Yeah, wow, okay. And then he can throw the club for 6 here. Get wrecked. Actually, get wrecked. You should have just attacked for 6, you greedy fool. All right, we're going to pitch the take the tempo to play the Art of War here. We're going to go buff and banish and draw 2 cards. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. I forgot I could. That's an actual misplay. Oh, he's saying that he forgot he actually could throw the club at me because he rolled a 6. I wasn't thinking. I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought Nathaniel was just like trolling me or something. So let's come in for 2 because of Shuko. The other double strike's going to be for 2, which is going to put him to 3. Or he's going to have to get... So he basically gets to... Yeah, so now he goes to 5. He goes to 3. He goes to 1. 5, 3, 1. So he's only required to give me 1 card here. Like, it's really not looking good for me. We definitely wanted to see that Art of War 1 turn earlier. Man, could you imagine drawing the Art of War off the cash in and the Tome of the Imperial Flame. Like, man, talk about living the dream. I mean, I guess technically, unless he has a Sink Below, or like if he has a D-React here, we only get one card, but if he doesn't, we get 2 cards here. Dude. No, Robert. Now, Trent has put me on high alert. Now I'm on high alert for all these words that I know that are like these nuts jokes. Nope. There's no buff of these nuts in here. Carly is literally chuckling in the other room. I can hear her. So he just has a D-React. Sag.
There's no buff of these nuts in here.
Oh my god. I can literally. Carly said, "There's no both of these nuts in here." Oh man. God, Trent, I love that picture so much. That's such a funny picture, man. When I actually found that, like in the stream, like I was laughing so hard at that from the end of the night.
You didn't find it. I clicked it.
Don't listen to Carly. Carly did clip it, actually. Made it so much easier because I was going to dig through like all 5 hours of the stream and try to find it. And Carly was like, "What are you doing?" I clipped it and like pulled it up and saved me like probably literally hours of digging through that clip. Let's go another one. Dang. We need another one right there. We need to be able to block 7 and keep the hurl. If we can keep the hurl, we got him. He's a dead man walking. If we can get... What is this? The good part is like I can even go to 1 here if he comes in for like 4 randomly. I can go to 1. I just need this to be for like 4 or less right here so that we can hang on to this. No, Nathaniel, you dirty man. Dude, if he's watching the stream, he totally should have just, like, kept that and, like, just, like, completely trolled me right there. Alright, well, we're not gonna pay 1 for the hurl now. I'd rather take 1 card. I guess if he doesn't have another D-React, we still only take 1 card of his hand because of the scabs here. Like, he might give me a card here just to avoid going to 1. Okay. Now he gets to give me a card and scabs. God, does he really have another D-React here? Okay. I don't know what clip Carly's sharing. Apparently Carly clipped there's no both of these nuts in here. Oh man. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Well, typical ninja problems. My hand doesn't block well. I would say there's like a less than 1% chance I can block with E-Strike and Furnace here and get out of this turn. Now I do have to be careful about going to 2 because the Reckless Swing could be real at this point in time. Let's get a 1. Yeah, baby! Let's go! I'm so sorry, Nathaniel. I'm so sorry. That's so unfortunate. He's rolled 2 1s. Oh God. Oh God, that's so funny. I can't help but laugh a little bit. Okay. So 100 wins for 3. I mean, the sigils have actually put him in a decent place here, which is like not great for me, but now we have to make that a cheering sound. Are you talking about Curly's clips? Or are you talking about me just yelling like that when he hit the 1? Because I mean, listen, I'm down to like make that a sound somehow. I don't know what sound we can make it. We already have a subscriber sound, and we already have like a member sound. So like I don't know what sound we can make that, but we can try to come up with something here. I think 7 is better than like 5. Like just coming in for 7 forces 2 cards out of Nathaniel's hand. He can't have any more Sigil of Solaces without cheating, so... Oh, that's the clip where the emote came from on the drunk stream. I do love that picture. I love when somebody like reacts in the Discord with that picture, or like when somebody sends it. Like I always think it's so funny. Guys, if you just tuned into the stream and we're playing Blitz, I promise we're going back to Riptide after this. Nathaniel asked us to play a game of Blitz, so we're playing a game of Blitz with him. He has a no block in his hand, doesn't he? What is happening? What is happening right now? Why is he playing Rouse the Ancients? In a deck like this? I have a lot of questions here. Okay. Well, this sucks. That is like very, very unfortunate for us. Is it better to go 5 go again then play Warmonger's Diplomacy here? I feel like it's probably better just to like play 7. Man, that was like a terrible turn. That's also going to be a horrible pitch stack. Nathaniel's required to give me at least 2 cards here, maybe more. Carly has made so many clips of me while I'm streaming. What's this one? What's this one you just sent? Is this the new one? Wow. That feel necessary to you? Oh, where I clapped? Okay. Yeah, Christian, I did hurl at Kadachi, actually. That is exactly what we did. We hurled at Kadachi. I mean, we can take 2 and hope there's no reckless swing here. Because, I mean, like, we have 3, 3, 4. Like, I don't know if there's a reckless swing in his deck, but I really don't think there is based off of the things that he's playing this game. It's because she loves you. Yeah, she sure does. I mean, if she doesn't, like, she sure puts up with a lot of my crap. If she doesn't, so... She buys me Lego lights. She bought me my Funko that's in the back of my stream. All right, please tell me this is finally it. Cokes is going to end the game here. This game has been a roller coaster from start to finish. If you have... Oh, thank God. Jesus, finally. Okay, so we can single-handedly safely say that Nathaniel rolling a 1 on the Scabskin Leathers won us that game. Because, well, so... Not only the first one he rolled was a complete punt because oh god, excuse me, because he didn't need to roll there. And the second one was just fortunate for us. It just worked out for us pretty well right there. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled Riptide. You know what? Actually, before I jump into another game, I got to use the bathroom real quick. I'm going to take like a 2-minute break here. I'm going to run to the bathroom and I'm going to fill up my water. And when I come back, we'll be playing some more games. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. All right, short break and we're back. Oh, let's see. What did Nathaniel say? Rouses for gore belching. Oh, the most I could have thrown was 2 in that second. Scab skins 1. Oh, so you're saying you only could have thrown 2 more points when you rolled the scabs, when you rolled the, like, you needed to roll more than a 1 to roll to like to throw more than 2 at me. Also just realized I did not add in the Bolton game. Talishar, Bolton, I think we went second. Yeah, we did. We went second. We got the win. Our opponent seemed very new to Bolton. They conceded when we were up a ton. Okay. All right, let's play some more CC here after our game. Oh, you needed to roll a 6. Oh, I see. So you were taking the chance that if you roll the 6, you can swing the club at me. I see, as opposed to like just throwing 2 more at me that I don't have to block because I'm at 4. That makes more sense, actually. Okay, so your play wasn't a punt. It was your only option, and from the outside looking in, it looks like you punted the game. I see. That makes more sense. I don't know what the game plan is here. Does he have Azuri in is Azuri in the first matchup? I assume this is the fatigue matchup that Drew has put together for us. I'm going to assume this is the fatigue matchup where we're just going to play literally every single card we can. I don't know, but I assume that's our play here. Yeah, he doesn't have anything else in here. The first one was a punt? Oh, are you talking about when you could have swung the club but forgot about your 6 off of the bark bone strapping or whatever? Because yeah, I was pretty intrigued by that decision. Like that was interesting. I actively was like, well, like I said out loud. I don't know if you had the stream on or not, but I was like, that's neat. I don't know why, like what we were going for there, but I was like, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, I can't. Okay, I mean, I can't stop this either way. Like, so let's pitch the Endless Arrow. We're going to load the Remorseless in. And then I think I want to pitch the Inertia Trap and try to come in with a Death Touch, considering we have Trench and Crown of Providence here. I think that's a better play. I think that's our best play we can make right here. This seems like this is definitely a game that will go the distance. Like, that will go a really long time, so we're going to do everything we can to... Has played or activated a reaction. Is this a reaction? So this is actually looking pretty good against them. I mean, we could throw this and snap and then do some things, but I don't really know if that's where we want to go. I think I'd rather save this for second cycle because this is a reaction. So I think what we want to do is activate Searing Shot or activate Dreadbore, and then we're going to pitch to come in with the Death Touch here. I think that's the better line that we could make here. Yeah, I think that's the... Like, I think having this for second cycle is really good. Because, like, they'll already have a lot of cards in their deck. So, like, we have in their graveyard. So we'll have a lot bigger chance here of trying to make that happen. I was like, I assume there's a react coming. I can't imagine they're just going to take 4. Because I'm going to give them a frailty token to stop these every single time. I think that's better, personally. Like, the frailty token to stop those. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Second Cycle happens to be the name of a great channel, I know. You guys streaming tomorrow, Chris? You guys playing games tomorrow? Okay. I think I'm just going to take one, knowing that I can use the Tar Pit Trap and the Oasis Respite to cover 6 here if I need to. So, I mean, we're just gonna... We're just gonna play this and then take 2. Like... Oh, hey, KO versus Betsy. Ooh, that'll be fun. Welcome back, Joe. Hey! KO? KYO, I assume we're going for KO there. I assume that's what we're going for there. So let's throw the Falcon Wing. We'll pitch the Buzzsaw Trap to the Pox token and then Arsenal the Tar Pit Trap. Try to see what we can do here. Oh, nice, dude. I think everybody's really enjoyed playing KO. Like KO seems like really strong. Like seems like the most strong hero, like off the top, is the sense that I'm getting. That's kind of like what everybody's like. I feel like that's what I'm hearing from everybody. So I can block with Tar Pit Trap here, and then I can pre-med, load the Searing Shot, E-Strike, go again, and then I can throw the Searing Shot for actually... No. I mean, it sucks, but I think that's the play. I could block with the E-Strike there, but I think I'd rather block for 2 with my Tar Pit Trap. I mean... Shakedown is interesting because they haven't played a reaction here. I mean, I guess they could have like Codex here that they could Black Tech, but I'm just going to play this. Like, this might just be 6 damage they want to throw at us here. I don't know. Are you talking about the card that gets discarded? It makes the tokens, Joe. Is that the one you're talking about? I think saw the spoiler for that earlier today when I was talking about that card. Load in the Searing Shot. 5 go again, putting Rabble on the bottom, which will be a good second cycle card. We're going to need to play some offense here and put some pressure on our opponent. It's going to be the best thing that we can do, honestly. Like, we're already at 28, so, like, they've already dealt some damage to us. And, like, we block well, but, like, we don't block that well, I think so. The counter CNC, more blue into mages. Okay, that's interesting. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all, man. Like, that, yeah, no, I mean, like, that makes sense. Like, that could be good in Riptide for sure. I haven't, like, really seen anything it's impressed me in yet, but I could see it being pretty good in that. I think we'll block the Nerve Scalpel here. Like, I think we'll just play the Inertia Trap. Like, I think this is fine. Like, we don't get any, like, trap damage off of this, but I think just playing this is fine. He threw the Spider's Bite at us. Why play the Shred there? I don't understand why play the Shred. Okay, so play Seek and Destroy. We're going to load in the Rain Razors. We're going to trench the Rain Razors. We're going to play Codex of Frailty. And we're going to go get Remorseless. Yeah, I think this is our better play because this is for 8. On hit, they have to take damage to throw things at us. I am really intrigued that they hurled the Spider's Bite at us. Are they on the... Yeah, okay, so they're on Concealed Blades that they have to, like, re-equip things and try to make things happen against us. It makes sense why they do that. And then they picked Isolate. Also makes sense. How is there only one Wreck Havoc over here? I thought the Azuri did a second one. I guess I'm going crazy. They just gonna take 8? Be kind of surprised if they did. Okay, so they just take 8. Interesting. So they're going to Azuri something in, and then they're gonna use black text to, like, quote unquote snap this here. So I agree that, like, the Death Touch would have been better, but, like, I don't get any. The Seek and Destroy is only ranger attack, only arrow attacks. So I got Remorseless for the value of Seek and Destroy there, Justin. I mean, I'm not saying that that's, like, indefinitely correct, but that is why I picked what I picked right there. Let's see what they take here. Like, I wonder what they're going to put in here. Okay. I haven't actually seen anybody play this sneak attack card yet. Oh, yeah, no worries, Justin. No worries, man. I appreciate you throwing out the possible lines for us, man. I sure do. I sure do. I mean... Honestly, I hate to take 5 here, but... Maybe I'm supposed to block 3? I truly don't know. Like, it does not feel like taking damage is the correct play here. Like, maybe it's better to block 6 and then pitch Lace with Frailty to play Death Touch. I could block Intoxicating Shot and Crown of Providence, put this on the bottom and draw another card, and then have Lace and Falcon Wing into something else. Like, I don't know. This is... I think I want to keep my Crown of Providence here. I really don't know if this is the correct decision, but... This will at least get a couple of cards out of their hand, so... Or honestly, like, depending on what they have, they may just take 6 and go to 18 if their hand's that good. They don't have any way to, like, give Go Again, though, off of Black Tech, so they have to have natural Go Again here. Guys, thanks for being here and hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys chilling with me. God, somehow it's already 9 o'clock. I swear when I stream, the night goes by so fast. I mean, put Remorseless in here, give the Sink Below on whatever they play, and then play Release, pitch Rabble to play the Remorseless. Or I guess technically I could Rabble and then play the Remorseless. Oh, I do get to play Rabble and then the Remorseless because they're not even going to like force it out of my hand here. I could make the decision to keep the Sink Below in Arsenal. I think trying to use this moment to push some tempo is probably better here. Hopefully Rabble's like for 4. Come on. All right, let's go. All right, so we've Rabbled twice and we've Yabbled twice, so there's that. Let's play Lace, and then let's come in for 8. It's very possible that keeping the Sink Below is worth it here because we know we're going to 17. But I don't know, like we still have our Crown to block with if we need it. Like I feel like playing Riptide like has like really like put me in a position where like I've like learned to not block with my equipment as much. Also, I feel like Azalea really did a good job of teaching me that as well. Like Azalea really helped push me in that direction of like you don't have equipment so you can't block with it, so you have to learn to block efficiently from your hand. I feel like that's why you see like really good players always doing well with Azalea, because it's like not easy. Like it's not easy to always block properly. All right, so we're only down 4. We've started to make up a little bit of a gap here. Well, we're definitely going to Frailty Trap this. I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll just go ahead and load the Bolton shot here. We'll play Lace with Blood Rot, and then we'll come in for 7. 7 on-hit Blood Rot. We're not in that cycle of the game yet where I'm, like, continuing to keep my arsenal, but I do like that we're continuing to, like, pressure our opponent and make them block. I think that makes the game a little bit better for us. Is this a Sink Below? Or a Fate Foreseen? Is this a 0 for 4 defense reaction? We haven't seen one in a while, so it would make sense that they do have one here. No. Okay, they just go to 16, which means they must like their hand. So if I block Remorseless, I can also give the Collapsing Trap, and then I can pre-med into Endless Arrow here. This was their whole play? Was to get a card off the top of my deck? And they don't have Go again, so like... I mean... honestly, that's fine. So we have to think about this a little bit here. They could have a D-React in their arsenal. So Endless Arrow for 7. I think I want to use the Dreadbore here. I genuinely think I want to use the Dreadbore here because 8's better than 7. And then if they let this hit, we're going to have to consider Snap and Bullseyes here because it could be like good value for us to Snap and Bullseyes. So I don't know. Do we want to Snap and Bullseyes here? I mean, this is like 5 more points we can add. I don't think they have 2 more D-Reacts here. Like, they would have just given 2 D-Reacts here, right? Instead of giving me the Surgical Extraction. Well, they can't have 2 D-Reacts, I guess. It doesn't matter, but... And since we use that, we're going to load in the Endless Arrow for 5 and push through 5 more points of damage. So we've managed to take tempo a little bit late in the game here. Our opponent might, like, they've already given us the Ponder token, so letting this hit doesn't really matter too much. I mean, we could pitch the Quiver of Abyssal Depths if we wanted to. And I think I'd rather just keep the Endless Arrow because I know it's good if I need it. Definitely going to be arsenaling that. Yeah, I'll happily take 4 here. This is like perfectly fine here to just take 4. Go to 12. There's no on-hand effects. There's no nothing that matters here, so... There's no nothing. There is nothing that matters here. So... I actually really just like the play of Pitch Frailty Trap to play Respite. No, I don't like that play because then I can't E-Strike and Endless Arrow. I think I'm just going to play the Frailty Trap. Actually, am I just going to 6 here? Like, is this just me going to 6? If I take 6 and go to 6, I then get to go E-Strike. Where is no problem? They apologize there. Curious to know what their hand is. Yeah, go to 6. Do you still think it's go to 6 here, Joe? I mean, if I just play the Frailty Trap, like, I guess I'm just going to say no blocks and see what they do here. And I can Arsenal the Frailty Trap, I guess. So 5 going in off the E-Strike, putting Respite on the bottom. And then I get to go Seek and Destroy into Endless Arrow for 6. And then Arsenal there at the end of the turn. And then I still have 3 points of block here if I need it. So this is a D-React. I mean, play it there. You can't play it if I play an arrow after this, so I think that's actually a much better play. We could pitch the Frailty Trap for Dreadbore here. For the extra point. I think I'd rather just take the efficiency of being able to keep my Frailty Trap when my opponent is already at 4. If they ever decide to throw, like, if they ever decide to attack with Nerve Scalpel, like, I pretty much just have, like, a free point of damage rolled up there. Hey, what's up, Drew? How are you, brother? Has anybody been seeing any of the Celebrational, by the way? I've heard... I know that it's going on right now. I haven't really watched any of it. I saw it was happening earlier, but... When I saw it was all Blitz today, I wasn't too interested in catching up and watching any of it, really. But I heard that they're going to have a lot of really cool people there, so... My opponent just going to take 2? I mean, that's fine. I still think I want to Arsenal this. I mean, I could just play the Frailty Trap, activate Dreadbore to come in with Bolton Shot for 4. And if they let it hit, then we can load the Endless Arrow. So I'm going to use this here before they deal the damage to me. And then I think I'm going to put the Intoxicating Shot on the bottom. Ah, no. I always forget that Riptide does this. Seek and Destroy is a lot better for me there. And we get to block 7. Yeah, like, so having the Sink Below in my hand made me feel pretty confident their ability to just be able to just keep my cards and, you know, say, bring it on here. Load the Endless Arrow. And then Endless Arrow for 7. On hit comes back to our hand and Seek and Destroy. Looking pretty good. So the Flick Knives just blocks 1 now is all it does. I just think they realized they wanted to play a reaction, and they can't because of the Dreadbore. Yeah, good game, opponent. I think they went to play a reaction there, and I honestly think a lot of people don't realize Dreadbore's text, so... Okay, well, we got the win there. Felt pretty good to win that one. Should have Dreadbored it. You mean off of the Bolton shot? Like pitch the Bolton shot to play the Dreadbore? To activate Dreadbore so that I'm coming in for 8 instead of 7? I mean, 7 technically only forces 2 cards out of their hand and they can go to 1. If I come in for 8, I'm technically taking 3 cards out of their hand. So yeah, that would have just been a better play. Yeah, that would have just been a better play. Yeah, the +1 would have been better. Good catch, Joe. That would have forced more points out of more cards out of my opponent's hand, therefore giving me a better chance to win the game. You are correct, sir. We got the win. Seemed behind early game. Took tempo in the mid game with some good go again hands. Was in the driver's seat late. All right. Let's throw up our link here, and we don't have anybody playing CC right now, so we'll just go ahead and jump into a game. Why not use Bolton and Threaten Reload? So, this seems like a terrible matchup. To play Bolton Shot there, we would have had to have pitched the Endless Arrow to come in for 7, which wouldn't have threatened Reload because we wouldn't have had a card. And if we play Seek and Destroy and come in with Bolton Shot, it's only for 6, which means it's just 2 cards, right? So coming in for 7 is better there, I think, because we get 2, because we technically get another, like, we're forcing an extra point of damage there. Justin, do you not agree with that? Yeah, let's just attack for 6 on turn 0 here. I think that's like a pretty okay line of play. We'll force some cards out of my opponent's hand here. They also loaded in a crap ton of cards, just like we did. And then we'll put the Inertia Trap there. All right, well, this hand sucks. Like, this hand's, like, terrible. This hand, like, doesn't do anything. Zach's a Riptide gamer now? I don't know, Drew. Listen, Riptide's slowly winning me over day by day, man. I am having a lot of fun. 4-0 tonight? I mean, if you count the Blitz game, yeah, we're 4-0 tonight, man. I was like, if you count the Blitz game, we're 4-0 tonight so far, which is kind of cool. Really wish our opponent would have done something right there. Like, unfortunate part of them just doing nothing. Like, so I guess we're going to... Yeah, I don't know. This feels really bad. Put the kiddo to sleep. Good games tonight. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out, man. And hope you have a good night, brother. Looking forward to catching your all stream tomorrow night. We'll Arsenal the Death Touch and pass here because that's really all we have. We're going to have to try and set up some pretty good go-again hands here. Yeah, the 8 would have definitely been better than the 7 in that spot we were in right there. Like, the 8 would have been, like, way better than the 7 in that spot. I completely agree. It was definitely the correct play was to activate Dreadboard. Breakpoint's probably better in that situation. Yeah, I think so. I think given that situation, I think pushing the Breakpoint was better than Bolton shots on hit effect. So let's activate Dreadboard. And then let's pitch Codex here to throw our Death Touch, which will probably just be met by a couple of cards here. Oh, and Unmovable. Did not know that Teklo was on Unmovables. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna load the Bolton shot here. Just to set up for a better hand here. So play Lace with Frailty, Bolton shot for 7. E-Strike for 5, go again, load the Endless Arrow, shoot the Endless Arrow. Seems like not a bad play here. Like it's a 3 attack turn here. Now, I haven't tried New Horizon yet, Joe. I've just been trying to play Drew's list just to see how, like, just to kind of like get a feel for Riptide. I do like the idea of trying to play New Horizon though. Like, it seems like a really cool like combo-y idea. Actually, you know what? Let's load Infecting Shot here instead of like having our big turn. Let's just load Infecting Shot, swing Infecting Shot, and then Arsenal and Lightning Strike. I actually like that line better since they give us the on-hit effect of reload. I didn't think they would give us reload right there, so we'll take the value we can get though. They must really like their hand. They're taking all this damage here. I mean, they took 7 damage, which is pretty surprising. Oh, they had to keep everything to set it up. So let's go E-Strike with Go again, and then we'll pitch the Frailty Trap. No, we'll pitch the Intoxicating Shot for Remorseless. And then come in for 6. And then load the Frailty Trap into the thing there. And we'll just Arsenal Frailty Trap at the end here and just be good to go. Yeah, dude, I feel like Teklo, like, I played against the Teklo the other day, like, just playing games offline, and, like, this matchup was abysmal. They, like, had it super early, and it felt really bad. Like, this whole matchup felt really bad. So, we get the Trench, activate Dreadbore, load Bolton Shot, come in with Bolton Shot for 5, go again, on hit reload. If they let it hit, we're going to load the Death Touch, pitch the Searing Shot to throw the Death Touch, and then Arsenal E-Strike. If they block out, we're going to play E-Strike. We're going to play E-Strike for 7, and then Arsenal the Death Touch, I think. Or maybe it's better to go E-Strike, go again into Death Touch. I think E-Strike for 7, like Arsenaling the Death Touch here is a better play, because it sets us up to be able to play the Death Touch next turn. Yeah, I was like, this matchup in like Dromai feels like almost unwinnable, honestly. Like, I mean, I'm sure it is winnable in some fashion, but like this does not feel like a great matchup for us. I was like, and I think every time I've talked about it, everybody's been like, no, this matchup is absolutely terrible. I guess we'll just use Crown here, like. And then let's play the Inertia Trap here, like, just to save damage here. And then I think I'm going to pass on loading here so that I can actually make an interesting play this turn. So I think to do this the way I want, I have to play the Premeditate, load the Falcon Wing, come in for 6, and then pitch the Spike Pit Trap to the Dreadbore. Yeah, it's how I have to do it if I wanna do it all here, I think. So this is 6, which is not a breakpoint. I wanted this to be 7 and this to be 7, but I don't think I can do it all here. I don't think I can do both ways into it. Not enough tech low to really test it, but I think I'm like 1 and 5 into it. Yeah, 1 and 5 is tough. Yeah, I feel like any illusionist class just like we really struggle with this deck. Like I feel like is just illusionist just gives us a hard time. Very like by itself. And then this being for 5. Like definitely not enough to like break through the wall here, but they just have too many defensive cards. They're just gonna play the unmovable. Yeah. Is this the destroy all cards in my arsenal one? I mean, I could really just take 6 here, play Lace, pitch Codex to Dreadbore, and then play the Infecting Shot for 9, Arsenal the Drill Shot. Seems like an okay line of play. So Infecting Shot, Lace with Blood Rot. We have a full arsenal, so we can't load anything. And then 9. I mean, I was like, and they can literally just give 3 cards here to cover this up. Like, yeah, this matchup feels abysmal. Trench this away. Okay, so I have to do this differently. I have to pitch Frailty Trap. No, because I'm going to Dreadbore in that. It actually just doesn't work that way. Oh, no, actually, I can do it that way. I'm going to apologize to my opponent here because I've taken back like a whole bunch of things here. So we're going to activate Dreadbore and then activate Trench in response. Because Trench being an instant just gives for some really cool lines of play. And then we'll play Lace with Frailty here. And we'll come in for 7. Or, I'm sorry, for 8. Which is pretty solid. I mean, it's not bad here. I think the real problem is that we're just gonna run out of arrows. Like they'll just run us out of arrows and they'll have Leveler left. Also, like, if nothing else before that, Singularity will just be a real problem. Like, I don't really know how, man. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. We're gonna do everything we can here to try and make everything viable for us, but I mean, I think we'll just take this opportunity here to do some damage. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Drill Shot is very good. Like, Drill Shot is, like, very, very good here. Completely agree. Like, it's probably one of the best arrows we have in this matchup. We'll pitch the Remembrance for second cycle. I don't know if I really want to play the pre-med here. Like, kind of feels like a waste because this is only going to be for 7. And I think I might like have rather have played the Bolton Shot and then Arsenal the pre-med and just kind of pass. I really like Junkyard Dog. That's a cool card. I mean, I'm not gonna reload anything. We're just gonna pass and draw a card and see what we get here. Don't really like either one of those, but Well, there's sigil 1 of... I mean, they just get to set up an Evo the way they want. Like, they're not really, like... Let's go Rabble. Activate Teklo. Interesting. Going for Drill Shot for 8. When are we talking about going for Drill Shot for 8? Oh, talking about 2 turns ago was Drill Shot for 7. Did I play it for 7 instead of 8 that turn? Did I not use the Dreadbore and I could have? Is that what we're talking about here, Joe? Because if that's what we're talking about, then that's very possible. That's the play I should have made there. They're gonna play the instant, right? There's no way they're just gonna let this break. Yeah, I was like, there's no way they're just gonna let this break. When you win Intoxicating Shot. I haven't attacked with an Intoxicating Shot here yet, have I? I just blocked with 1 last turn. Sorry, Joe. I'm trying to keep up. I'm just not 100% sure what we're talking about at this point. Man. We'll load the Falcon Wing here, I guess. I don't think there's a reason to put anything on the bottom here. Like we have the play of just going like Rabble Seek into Falcon Wing here. I don't know. Keeping Drill Shot in hand with a buff plus Dreadbore. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I'm following now. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that could have been a better play there. Although I do feel like the marginal points are probably where you win games like this. Like winning like marginal points are definitely like a good point for you to like try and win here, I think. I'm just gonna play the Falcon Wing and then Arsenal Seek and Destroy here and pass. Like I think that's where I would rather be. Is I want to try and set up, like we need to try and set up some big hands here. We've gotten 2 unmovables out of their deck, so we need to try and have some bigger plays. Let's Sink Below and then put our other Sink Below on the bottom here. So let's play Seek and Destroy. Pitch Endless Arrow to load Bolt and Shot and then come in for 7. And then we can Arsenal Bolt and Shot here. And Bolt and Shot gives us an opportunity to have an explosive hand next turn. Like really try to like push some good damage next turn depending on what we have here. They give us 2 cards in the chess piece. All right. Well, there's sigil number 2. And I imagine we just have a tech low leveler coming in at this point. I mean, we get to go Seek and Destroy, Bolt and Shot. How... I mean, I think we're just taking 6 here. I don't think there's a reason to... If only it was possible for Ranger to have 6 cards. I mean, dude, if Ranger could have 6 card turns, like, Ranger would already be more broken than it is. So, if I play Lace, or if I play Seek and Bolt and Shot, and then play Lace and an arrow, I'd have to use Bullseye Bracers to get my last arrow in. I could alternatively Trench, activate Dreadbore, load in the Falcon Wing, and then play Seek and Destroy, come in for 7, then play Lace and throw the Endless Arrow for 7. And I think that's a better play because we're also keeping arrows in our deck for later in the game, which God knows we're going to need. So load the Falcon Wing, Seek and Destroy on this one. I would rather the Pox token hit to push through some damage here. So 7, go again, and then we have play Lace into this. Cries and Lexi. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, no, I that definitely went over my head. I definitely just missed that, Joe. Like that was definitely just a dude playing 3 of a kind. Like 3 of a kind is like the dumbest card in the world. Like 3 of a kind ruined so many games for me. Like, huh. They took the Ponder and just gave me back the... Or they took the Pox and just gave me back the Endless Arrow? Oh, well, that makes sense. Well, it's been fun. And they can literally just do this twice, like... Like, they get action points and everything. Oh, and they're playing Remembrance. Jesus. I mean, why wouldn't you want to play Remembrance too? Jesus. War Machine, War Machine, War Machine. Yeah, so I mean, when it attacks, we have to... I mean, I'm just going to throw some attacks at him here, and then we're going to cry ourselves to sleep. Well, at least they go to 26. It's going to be closer than it was the other day, I can tell you that. This is so bad. And they even get to have the 5-card hand because of the helmet when they flip. Oh, God. Well... I mean, this blocks for 6, so 7 and 8 is kind of irrelevant here. I mean, 7 and 8's irrelevant because they flipped Singularity. Oh. Yeah, them being... Actually, that makes a lot of sense. If they have to block with Singularity, they can get it back. That actually makes a lot of sense. We'll give you an inertia token, and we'll load the Lace with Frailty, and then we'll play the Boulder Trap here also, because we get the effects of both. Joke's on you, Tech Lavosin. It's a blowout. Ah. Yep. Yep. Well, I mean, they're 21. We're trying to do something. Well, I think I'm just gonna tar pit trap here. Yeah. We're gonna get you down into the teens right here. Look at us go. Yeah, it is cool to see the hero do their thing. I do agree with that. We'll discard the Seek and Destroy. We'll block 3 and go to 1. Make them earn it. It's always really funny to me that I have games posted for... that I have games of Riptide posted and then people try to play this into me. I'm always like, really? Like, this is what you want to do? Like, you want to play into, like, probably one of your best matchups? I mean, we'll discard this, and then we'll block 5 with that just for funsies. We'll say good game to our opponent. I mean, 17 turns, pretty grindy game. I got closer to winning that one than I did the other day when I played, so really do wonder why people join games like that. Like, I never like really joined games that were like 90-10 for me. Like, I don't know. Was like, I don't really enjoy that style. Like, I don't enjoy playing those kinds of games, but Teklo Vossen, we went first. We got the loss. They blocked everything and then flipped Singularity, and I cried. I think those are pretty solid notes on what just happened during that game. Feels like pretty good notes right there. Sure, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh man, Drew, that's hilarious. Listen, we haven't flipped a blue all night tonight. We're living the dream. Big bless. Thank you, man. I definitely forgot to take an allergy pill this morning. I can feel it. I'm hoping she's learning. Oh, that's hilarious. That's amazing. So after this game, I think we'll take a look at like the total number of like games that I've played so far on Riptide this week and see how it feels. So good luck and have fun. I don't know if is Levia in the first one. No, but I assume that we're just running the first sideboard here into this against Levia. Try to play our value game here, even though Levia plays a pretty solid value game here. Ah! Levia can be tough but winnable. That seems fair. I mean, I think I played against a Levia the other night. Let's see, Levia. I played. Oh, Nick was playing Levia, and we actually won a couple games against him the other night. But I don't know. I don't really have like a full scope of this matchup and what it looks like here. I don't really want to take 6, but like my hand is pretty good, so we're just gonna. Man, maybe I'm supposed to block with the non-attacks and keep the arrows here. Because we have a pretty high chance of, like, I mean, I'm not going to say high chance, but there's, like, a decent chance that we don't draw into a There's like an okay chance we don't draw into an attack or an arrow there. I could play pre-med, reload the E-Strike, and then come in for 10, and then just be ready to arsenal the Death Touch here. Like, that seems like a pretty decent line of play here. We could also pre-med, load in the Death Touch, pitch the Lace to come in for 9, and then arsenal the E-Strike to set up for a go again turn. I do like the idea of having a go again turn, I won't lie. I think setting us up for a go again turn is a better play. Oh, he actually has Blood Debt here? He must have banished it last turn. I don't know. Gives us Husk and Swing Big. People are giving Husk very aggressively, and like honestly, I really like it. Now I don't know a ton about Levia, but I do really like that play. Like when people are like giving Husk very early. So we can block 6, and I can go E-Strike for 5, go again. So if I block Endless Arrow and E-Strike here, like, what are the... If I just take 8 and go to 29, like, what are we doing here? I mean, yeah, I do like getting Husk on turn 0 here. Like, I don't... Or, like, on turn 1, I guess, but I don't know if, like... So, like, E-Strike... Put Searing Shot on the bottom. Like, maybe we're just supposed to go to 29 here. We could also just block... We could also block Endless Arrow E-Strike and then go 5, go again, putting the Searing Shot on the bottom, throw Drill Shot. Or I guess we really can't. So now we just have to take 8 here, I think, is the better play. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, like they can definitely get punished for like giving up Husk and all their stuff so early. Like it definitely can happen here. E-Strike 7 plus Snap plus Drill. I mean, yeah, so like we could snap here. Like I don't really know. Them giving us this early feels really good. And then I can just throw 7 and then arsenal the Drill Shot here. Like this is totally fine with me. This is actually a totally fine line of play for me. The Drill Shot's still going to be okay next turn. I'll never understand why people play Sigil on the opposite turn. Like, even if I'm going to start my turn with it, it's an instant, I would. Like, I don't really understand that from people, but... I mean... We could just block Remorseless and I could block Codex and Sink Below here. I'm really like trying to make sure that we get the best play here. So let's tell our opponent we're thinking here. So if we give Codex and Sink Below, we could sink the Remorseless. We could actually go Remorseless and Codex. And then we get to trench this away, Dreadbore in the Bolton Shot, come in for 5, and then Codex to go get back I guess we just go get the Bolton Shot, but I'd want to keep something here. Yeah, Trench Bolt seems like definitely the play, and then we can Codex from there. We'll just play the Sink Below here. There's no reason to bottom anything. And I like just being able to end their turn there, and then they go to 29 as well. Like, that feels like a really solid line of play for us. Them missing off of that is a real feels good here. Convulsions from the Bellows of Hell. What a cool card name. What a sweet card name here, honestly. And then let's play Codex. And then I think we're probably just going to go get the Bolton shot here. Like, just feels like the best play is just another Bolton shot, which is kind of a sad moment there. Wish that there was a better card to go get. Like, we wish we had the Drill shot or the Searing shot, but beggars can't be choosers. Frailty Trap does have some potential here. Frailty Trap looking pretty good. Is this from Arsenal? So we're actually only going to take one off of this, which I really like. The double Frailty looking real solid here. Yeah, sad about Searing Shot having to be put on the bottom as well. Completely agree. So if I take 6 and go to 22 here, I can pitch Intoxicating Shot for Dreadbore to load Bolton Shot, come in for 4, and then play Lace with Frailty, and then play Searing Shot for 7. I actually think that's a pretty okay line of play for me here. We're very fortunate that they haven't seen a Blood Rush Bellows yet and like really been able to punish us with it, so Bolton Shot for 4. I mean, I guess we'll reload this, like it doesn't really matter. And then Lace with Frailty. Come on. There we go. Searing Shot for 7. Technically, they could give like 2 cards and Scabs here, or they could give a card and a reaction if they wanted to, but nah, they have the Bellows. They're all in. They have the Bellows and we have a Sink Below. Oh no, they have Art of War. Okay. I mean, that's also like perfectly fine. Also, the fact that they decided to go to 12 there instead of staying at like 14 or 15 and blocking with a card tells me that they do not have, they're not going to flip into the Blasphemate, Levy of Blasphemate or whatever it's called. Like, just please don't take my Sink Below here. I just supposed to block 6 and then sink the next thing? I think I am. I mean, like, I think this is a fine play from us, and like, we're going to take 2 and go to 20. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of arsenaling this Intoxicating Shot, but we have Crown of Providence and we have Trench to like bail us out. Okay, so they don't really play reactions here, so we're just kind of like blocking value at this point, I think, which is fine. I'm going to take 3 here. And then we have the Boulder Trap for whatever they do after this. So we could Trench. Yeah, we're definitely going to play the Boulder Trap here. Now, the Boulder Trap, again, doesn't get a point of value here, but that's fine. So we actually have a pretty cool line of play. So we're going to activate Trench. And I'm doing this first to like really mess with my opponent's head to make them think I'm going to play something from Arsenal. And then I'm going to reload the Codex in here. And hopefully this will be for 4. We got a Seek and Destroy on top. You'd love to see it. We're going to play the Codex. All right, our opponent didn't really care there, but... and then Death Touch here. Man, if they're going to play Blood Rush Bellows... This is a 1 for 9. This is a potential 1 for 8, basically. Or I'm sorry, 1 for 7. So yeah, this is just better. And then we get to throw this, and then we get to Arsenal the Seek and Destroy on top of our deck. Interesting. Let's give them a pox. They have a frailty, like... Okay, so they go to 6. Yep, there it is. Now, it's also worth noting they have not turned off Blood Debt this turn, and they have 2 unknown cards in hand, so, like... I think I'm just going to take 4 here. Like, I think I'm okay taking 4. Honestly, if I have to block with Intoxicating Shot and Sink Below, that's fine. This is just for 7. So again, we can... Am I supposed to just block with Sink Below and take 3, go to 10? Or I'm sorry, yeah, take 3, go to 10. And then I get to go Seek and Destroy, Premeditate the Bolton Shot. And then I can Bullseye Bracers in the Intoxicating Shot for on-hit Seek and Destroy, on-hit Ponder. I actually really like that line here. It applies a lot of pressure when we're already, like, pretty much ahead in the game here. I'm going to keep my cards. They don't have a blue, they're going to 4. Okay, they're going to 4. Pre-med. Load in the Bolton Shot. And we play the Bolton Shot here before the Intoxicating Shot because we want to be able to save our snaps, even though we are going to have to use Bullseye Bracers here. Bullseye Bracers. All right, let's think about whether we want a Bullseye Bracers or not. They're at 3. We have a Ponder. Intoxicating Shot for 5 means if they have a 3 block in hand, they go to 1. If they have a Intoxicating Shot for 4, like it's just 1 more point, I can save the 1 more point for another turn here. Like I can save the Bullseye Bracers for another turn when I can get value, like potentially more value out of it than I can right now. It's also the chance that Levy just has a no block in their hand and like we're just gonna kill him right here. I mean, I guess even if they have like a D-React there, like they're just gonna die to their own Blood Debt. So, all right, well. All right, 4-1. Our only loss is to a Tekla Vossen so far tonight, which I mean, I would say is pretty good. Like, it's that feels pretty good to our only loss to be to a Tekla Vossen so far tonight. Riptide, Talishar. We just played against Levia, and we went second. Yeah, we went second because of how I blocked. We got the win. Had tempo most of the game. Traps. Dealt some damage. Arrows. Applied a lot of pressure. Okay. Well. Feeling pretty good so far. I mean, we're 4-1. It's 10 till 10. Let's get one more in. We'll play one more here. Just to get one more game in right now. Like, we're 4-1. I figure one more should be like a good way to round off the evening. And then after the last game, I'll probably spend a couple minutes talking about like total record so far and how I feel about the deck and how it's been and yada yada yada. I have not played this matchup yet, I don't think. Maybe I had. No, I think we played a Bravo the other night and it was like super close. It was like a really close game. I'm curious to see how this one goes after the other night. Let's see if we can beat what from what I understand is a tough matchup and try to make it a I mean, Inertia Trap puts him to 39 and stops him from arsenaling here. Like, it's pretty good for us. It's a pretty good line of play for us. I guess we can load in the Infecting Shot. And then we'll play the Sink Below. And I think we can go ahead and put this on the bottom. Lol. Hysterical. And Inertia pops off and he has no arsenal here. I mean, this isn't great, but it's fine. Like, since they don't have an arsenal, we can like try to take some cards out of their hand here. So if I go Trench, Endless Arrow for 5, like Trench, Dreadbore, Endless Arrow for 5, we Codex to go get the... I don't know, this is weird. Maybe I don't want to snap and Codex here. Maybe I'm just looking to throw the Infecting Shot and Arsenal a card here. Like, we'll just go this line here. I think this is fine. We'll just Arsenal the Buzzsaw Trap here and try to set up a hand. I mean... This feels pretty good. We get to put our opponent to 33, and we're going to take 2 here. And then if they're going to swing the hammer, like, yeah, like, we're just going to play our Buzzsaw Trap here, deal a damage to them, and only take 2 this turn cycle, which, like, I think is pretty good. I kind of like pitching the Endless Arrow, or I'm sorry, pitching the... Let's pitch the Frailty Trap here to load the Endless Arrow, come in for 5. And see what they do. Just blocks 5? Or blocks 2, I mean? Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Arsenal the Bolton Shot here. Okay, I mean, this is what it is. There's not really much we can do about it, so... So, Lace lets us come in for 6, or we can pitch the Lace here. Like, I could try to pitch stack here a little bit, and I could pitch Lace to Dreadbore, load the Remorseless, and then pitch Bolton Shot to throw it for 6, and then Arsenal the Inertia Trap and try to pitch stack a little bit so that we can set up for second cycle here. I kind of like playing it, honestly. Let's just throw the Remorseless for 8 here. I mean, I guess technically if we Dreadboarded in, it would be for 1 more point, and they wouldn't be able to play defense reactions at all, which is pretty important here. I think that line of text is pretty important in the Bravo matchup, so they're just going to block 8 with 2 cards. And then we'll set up our Arsenal off of our Bolton Shot here and try to prepare for next turn. Let's play Sink Below. Put this trap on the bottom. And then I guess we'll just play the Inertia Trap here. Like, we're not going to get a point off of it, but we're just getting to defend a little bit here. So let's go Rabble. Rabble for 4, knowing there's a Sink Below on top. They give us a Fate Foreseen from hand, which makes sense because they can't play it from Arsenal. We're going to use Trench, activate Dreadbore, load the Searing Shot, and then come in for 5. We do have to be careful about, like, you know, not getting fatigued here. Because, I mean, Bravo will just block a lot. They have the Unmovable from Arsenal. Okay. I assume they're just going to pitch a blue here. And then probably E-Strike me if I had to guess. Now, Fists. I mean, we could sink the Seek and Destroy to, like, have it with our red Bolton Shot. Sure, let's load in the Falcon Wing. I mean, like, what the heck? And then we'll put this on the bottom. Probably shouldn't have loaded the Falcon Wing so that I could Dreadbore it in, but that's also fine. We'll just play our Premeditate here and then come in for 6 and try to force some cards out of Bravo's hand here. The very next day, you gave it away. Give me those reds, Bravo boy. We'll just play this. Take 4, go to 30. I like having some go again for second cycle, so let's load the Remorseless face up so that we get both lines of text here. And then we'll come in for 9 with no D-Reacts period, which means they can cover it up, but they're going to have to give me like some equipment or 3 cards here. They could also just be trying to play for like an explosive hand here. They take 4 in the Frailty and then keep their card. And then keep 4 cards here. Probably trying to like use their effect here. I have to, like, they're trying to use some big crush effect here if I had to guess. I mean, I could block 2 intoxicating shots. Huh. Let's think about this for a second here before we make any decisions. We'll tell our opponent we're thinking here so that they can know what's going on. I mean, if we block 6, we can pitch Bolton Shot to Dreadbore, play Codex, get a Remorseless, or I'm sorry, an Infecting Shot, and come in for 5. I think this is like a fine play. Like, I don't think this is great by any means, but it seems okay. So we load nothing, we play Codex, give them a Frailty, go get the Infecting Shot, and then come in for 5 here. So they have the D-React from Arsenal. Like they have the Sync or the... No? Interesting.
Yeah. What's worse is that 3 out of 5 doctors didn't even come in. So, or 3 out of 6. So it was like, okay, why?
We'll just block 8. Take 2, go to 24. They're going to go to 19. I'm going to throw the Drill Shot and then Arsenal the Rabble. I mean, I guess technically... Now, there's only 1 Command and Conquer left in their deck, and I'm going to play like they don't have it here because like it's pretty early on. So we'll just go ahead and Arsenal the Rabble here. They must have a really good turn. If I was like, if their plan is to do that, I was like, they have to have the pummel here. So I kind of like this play here because I can block 6. When they play the pummel, I can activate Trench, let it resolve, play Remembrance, and then reload my Death Touch. And then I still get to set up to abuse the Quicken token here on the following turn. So activate Trench, play Remembrance, and then we get to shuffle in 3 cards here. I mean, we probably want 3 pumps, right? Like, because the quiver gets us 3 arrows. So what 3 pumps are we looking at that we want here? It's really just these, right? I mean, maybe it's this and Codex. We'll throw in 3 pumps here and try to make it happen. And then, yeah, that's fine. Like, we go to 17. And then we're going to hope that they have a little bit of an off turn here because we don't have anything we can do. But so play premeditate, pitch, tar pit trap to Dreadbore in the Falcon Wing, and then Bullseye Bracers the drill shot. Barring they don't have like an insane turn. They're just going to play Warmonger's Diplomacy. You know, honestly, that's actually just okay with me. Because I still get to have a really good hand here. So this is 6 go again, which is like super solid for us. They have a really good hand. So we're going to say Pox. I'm going to keep the Tar Pit Trap to try and cover up whatever they're going to do here. And then I'm just going to come in for 5. We get another Quicken token, and we're going to put a counter on the Tunic here. And we've put them to 10, so... I mean... Like, the game is going in a positive way for us to this point, I would say. Like, the game has not been going poorly. And again, they just have another pummel here, so, like, I don't... There's only so much we can do about them having the pummel here. Like, we're doing what we can, but... So, block... So, play the Tar Pit Trap. We're going to let the pummel resolve so that it's on the chain before we play our Boulder Trap. When we play our Boulder Trap, we're going to load our E-Strike, and then we're going to put another counter on their Tunic. Not that it matters. Take 2, go to 15, and actually put them to 9. Then they're going to have to go to 7. And then we are forced to pass here, which is a little scary, because if they have something really good, like we do just kind of get punished here. There's 1 pummel left in their deck. My first thing gets -2. Block 3. And then I have E-Strike go again. Or I have E-Strike for 7, E-Strike for 7. Or I guess it's technically E-Strike for 5. Well, that's unfortunate. The last pummel was not what I was expecting there. So I can actually go E-Strike draw card here. And we're going to pick draw card here. Now, it's only for 3, but... And then we're going to be able to come in for 6 with the Remorseless. So, don't get me wrong, our Bravo opponent has had a couple of very good turns back to back to back here, but we're doing what we can to keep him honest and make sure we're putting pressure on him here. Every time Bravo like tries to start fatiguing decks, I always like kind of get a little bit of a laugh out of it, because I'm like, you know what? Like, Bravo is just not Oldham. Like, no matter how hard they try, Bravo is just not Oldham. I think I'm actually just going to take 4 here. Right? So if I go to 2, I know they have the Crippling Crush because they showed it to me. So let's tell our opponent that we're thinking here. If I play pre-med, come in for 7, then I can play the Codex, load the Frailty Trap, activate Trench to gain a resource, and then go get a Death Touch, which is going to take... at minimum 3 cards out of their hand. So I think I have to go to 2 here to try and take the cards out of their hand. I think that's my only play. It's also worth noting that they couldn't pummel me there, so there was no, like, one, they've played all 3 red pummels. I don't think they're on more. And 2, like, we had the knowledge of knowing they only had 1 card in hand. Seven. I mean, because you could technically, like, give me a card and go to 3 here, but, like, the next card is going to demand both of your cards. Oh, yeah, you love to see that. I'm not going to load anything. I'm going to go Codex, load Frailty Trap, activate Trench. Death Touch for 6, and you're going to give me your last 2 cards here. And then we're going to get to decide what we want to arsenal based off of 2 cards here. We're going to go with Rabble. Rabble for hopefully 4. Yep, Rabble for 4. You'll love to see it. Now, if they have a D-React, they can... Ooh, they gave us 2 cards instead of going to 1. Interesting. Okay. Activate Dreadbore. Play Lace. We're going to reload this card. Activate Trench. Play Codex. And then I'm pretty sure this just ends the game, because this is Remorseless. Actually, it's just Infecting Shot. It's Infecting Shot for 8, which just ends the game. All right, and we ended up getting there. Okay, 15 turns. We grinded Bravo out there. They had a couple of really good turns there in the middle of the game, but we were able to grind them out and get the win right there. That feels like a pretty good win. I feel pretty happy with that win. Like, I feel like Riptide maybe struggles into Bravo. I don't know, Drew, like, how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like it's rough for Riptide into Bravo? We went second. Yeah, because we got him with the traps on turn 0. We got the win. Got tempo in the mid game. Lost it a little off of back-to-back pummel hands. They played Warmongers, and we had go again attacks to take tempo back. The fact that they only had Warmongers on that turn, like, was really good for us. So let's see, how many games have we played of Riptide? 20, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses on it so far. I mean, 5 losses is pretty good. Yeah, it's hard. Okay, fair enough. I figured it might be. Is that 5-1 on the night? Is that 5-1 on the night? I think it is. I think that's a 5-1 record on the night. Bravo never feels good because they can always shift to fatigue if they realize they can't stop you. Yeah, so I think that was like an interesting decision point there, is that I thought my opponent was going to swap to fatigue a lot earlier than they did. And I don't really think they ever swapped to fatigue. They just started blocking. But I think Dreadbore, like, really helps with that because of the attack reacts and stuff like that. So that was cool. It felt like a good game to win. Okay, so through 20 games with Riptide, I am 15-5. That is a lot better record than I thought we were going to have this week to this point. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like Riptide has always felt like a meme. Everybody's always, like, laughed when they heard it. But I don't know. Riptide's done some work. We've put in some really good stuff this weekend. Like, I feel like Drew put a good list together, and, like, we're seeing good games with it. And I'm really enjoying the list and his sideboard guide that he set up for us. So it's been really good. I've really enjoyed the games this week. Yeah, Riptide does got legs, man. It 100% does, and I have learned that this week for sure. So guys, that's it for the stream tonight. I will not be streaming tomorrow unless Curly and I decide to fire up games and play, but I haven't really been streaming on Wednesdays. Curly and I just been kind of like hanging out and playing games and stuff. It's been nice to be off camera and just spend time with her. I will be back on Thursday. We'll be playing some more Riptide, I imagine. We're playing some Riptide on Thursday. No stream on Friday. There's a stream coming on Saturday. I don't think I'll play Riptide. We might. I don't know. I'll probably play whatever I feel like playing on Saturday. And then Sunday, we got the tournament coming up. I'm actually really excited about it. I think there's like 7 people signed up for it right now. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. For anybody who hasn't heard about it, we're having a free to play Talishar tournament in my Discord. So if you're interested in that, you can hit _Discord on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, wherever you're watching at, and you're more than welcome to join and jump in for the tournament there. It's going to be CC. I think people have been voting on whether to play heavy hitters cards or not, and I think everybody's decided not to, is what it looked like last time I saw. I'm going to look again today and give like a final message, but I think we're not going to be playing heavy hitters. It's going to be like the last of this CC format before we move into heavy hitters. So I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be a good time. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you Thursday.